Done.
Thank you, because I can cut off the beginning if I need to. Music and your brain. Have you ever had the question, what does my brain look like when I'm listening to my favorite music, cross your mind? The answer would be something like this. When we listen to music, our brain goes from relative silence to lit completely up. Now, it lights up in stages. The first stage that's going to light up is it's going to be your auditory cortex. Now, the auditory cortex is just the part of the brain where we register sounds. After the auditory cortex has started, we're going to go to the cerebrum. Now, this is where your brain stores memory. So this is just basically your brain flipping record on. The next we're going to go to is our cerebellum. Now, our cerebellum is probably the second largest part of your brain. It's located in about this area, and it's where all of your involuntary movements as well as involuntary actions reside. This is why when you listen to songs that you enjoy the tempo of, you'll often start tapping your foot, bobbing your head, and you'll have an immediate physical response to. Now, the last part of our brain to light up is going to be our limbic system. Now, our limbic system is the part in our brain that causes our emotions. So it is the part of the brain that'll trigger happy, sad, angry, anything like that. Now, a big thing about our emotions is our emotions are linked strongly to our cerebrum because our emotions are linked strongly to our memories. Now, the link between our memories and emotions is something that's very important with music or memory. Now, where music is affecting the brains where emotions are stored, we begin to have memories of songs that trigger an associative memory of a feeling. Examples of associative memory can be where music's activating your memory and songs playing in important parts of your life are associated with happy memories. Things like the first dance at your wedding. That song, when heard, is likely to trigger an associative response of a happy emotion. Now, a song that was playing in a car accident will most likely trigger an association with a much more dark and negative feeling. Now, music can also affect our decisions. Just as we have emotional responses to music, we have logic responses to music. Associations that we have with certain music types can be led over into associations we have with pricing. There's a study by an Australian psychologist named Dr. Stephanie Wilson, where she played different types of music in a restaurant to see how music made people perceive their surroundings. Now, when she would play music such as jazz or classical music, people would be more inclined to spend more because these songs themselves and that type of music is something that our memory is associating with high class and something that you're going to be getting that's better quality, that's worth a higher price tag. Songs such as hip hop and popular music would stimulate more casual, relaxed feelings. Things like a little bit making a restaurant feel more hip and modern, but not inclining people to spend more money. One of the things we did notice when she did this study was that silence is never a good option. Most people, when they go into a restaurant and have no music and just silence in the background, feel extremely uncomfortable and will not spend much money or sit for very long. Now, because of music's link to so much of our brain, music is a very good benefit for mental health. One of the best things that happens when your brain hears music is it triggers the release of dopamine. Dopamine is the hormone in your body that helps you to feel happy. Triggering these releases of dopamine can help you to have physical reactions to music. Things like feeling a little happier mood or having more energy. Also, tempo and rhythm are good ways for people to communicate feelings. A great example of this is people who are involved in or have different mental handicaps such as autism and Down syndrome it's shown that using music therapy as well as using music as a communication tool has been extremely helpful in them being able to express themselves easier and also express their emotions easier. It can also be an amazing help to people with anxiety and depression. Depression, the obvious answer is that dopamine release. Releasing that hormone to give you more happiness is going to definitely immediately help with any depression. Now, anxiety is a little more complex on how it helps. Music is a great tool to be used in therapy, especially for the people dealing with anxiety. Especially musics that have a steady rhythm and an even tempo. If someone with an anxiety disorder can match their breathing to a certain song, it can bring them down out of an anxiety attack twice as quickly. Now, as I've mentioned already, music and our emotions are linked very closely with our memory. And this can be a wonderful tool to use for people who suffer from things like dementia and Alzheimer's, as well as people who have just standard amnesia from brain damage. Having that emotional trigger can give you a pathway over the blockage that causes the memory loss that you see in things such as Alzheimer's and dementia. And you'll notice that certain types of music will automatically trigger a response and can trigger the memories that are locked away. Now, the benefits of music are not limited to our mental health. Our physical health can also have a major boost from listening to music regularly. Music literally triggers immune-boosting antibodies that can strengthen not only your immune system, but also general health and energy levels. Also, things that you can do is learning music is a huge benefit, and that includes learning how to use your vocal cords better. Singing has shown to help people improve their diction, can help with those who suffer from stutters, as well as improving lung capacity for people like myself who have asthma. Music and learning how to move my diaphragm correctly has helped me to improve my lung capacity greatly. Also, learning to play just regular instruments as well as your vocal cords. It can actually literally make you smarter. Music increases the development of the gray matter in your brain. Gray matter is basically the stuff in your brain that carries the electrons and neutrons throughout your brain and causes the stimulation in each part. In conclusion, music is a superfood for your brain. Just like if you want to be able to exercise better, you're going to take vitamins and minerals. If you want your brain to work better, you take in music. the stimulation you get is larger than any other mental stimulant. And also the improves to your mental health and physical health cannot be overlooked. Music has been around since the beginning of time. And as we learn more about the brain, and scientists uncover more information about the way our minds work, I'm sure that we're going to uncover many more ways that music can improve the way your mind works. Music is vital to the way we live, and it can help us to live much better lives.